onethingalone.com, and today I wanted to share with you my review of the New Living Translation Illustrated Study Bible. I got this from Tyndale probably about 2 months ago now, and it's become one of my favorite study Bibles to go to and to look at when I'm studying a topic. And I've been studying a lot of different topics recently, and I'll share a little bit about that as we go through, but I just wanted to share this with you because it's so neat to see the Bible come alive in a new way. This is obviously the New Living Translation, so you have like the text, and then you have the study notes, which are pretty typical for a study Bible. And if you've read my post, I can link it in the show notes here, but if you've read my post on how to pick a Bible to use, which Bible you should pick, it really depends which translation you choose on what you're looking for. The New Living Translation is more readable, so you won't look necessarily to do a word-for-word study here. But if you're looking to get like the big idea of a passage or trying to understand it in a new way, the New Living Translation is a great translation to choose for that reason. So you'll see I have sticky notes here. Just a couple things I wanted to point out is that they have these full color spreads, which are just gorgeous. And it really, I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner as well as a hands-on learner. So it helps me to be able to see, okay, this is where they came, this is Israel in the wilderness. So this is where they came from in Egypt when Moses led them out of slavery in Egypt. And it shows all the way through the desert. And then here they are making a big loop and then finally going in Israel. And it's just, it's fascinating to see that on the spread. And then these different pictures will show kind of the miracles that God did and how he provided and what happened along the way. So that's just, it's a lot of fun for me to see things in that way. You got the maps, which this Bible still has the maps at the back that are pretty standard over here. So a lot of maps that you get with most study Bibles. Some new features too, like looking at the ministry of Jesus, where certain like important key places are, like Bethsaida, the region of Galilee, Ephraim, Bethany, Jerusalem, and kind of references of what happened there, so that you can chart that on the map. But then throughout the Bible, you'll also have maps wherever events happened, so you can kind of place it and see that visually as well. So just another feature I really like about it. And then there are these just in the middle of stories, you get these wonderful colored illustrations. I don't know if illustrations is the right word, but just full page spreads explaining a little bit about the character of the Bible, the characters that are mentioned, where they're mentioned, if it's in different books. I'll pull this up a bit so you can see that, like different books of the Bible where characters are mentioned, and then pictures for all these visual learners to be able to see that better. So love that as well. And then call outs that deal with topics in the Bible, and then again references. It's just a really great way to study. Then there's a timeline, which I actually just used this the other day. I was trying to figure out how much time had passed between the Garden of Eden and between Jesus' ministry. So I was able to go through and look at the timeline, the books of the Bible, historically what had happened, and kind of page through that timeline and see all of that. So again, just brilliant color use and pictures and dates and references and cross-references, and just really a gold mine of information for students of the Bible. So all very neat features. A few other things I was looking at. A map of Jerusalem And again, like these maps are throughout the Bible, so they're different maps. There's maps of the tabernacle, of the temple, of different cities and regions in Israel. So really just helping the Bible come alive, understanding, the different, like, let me see if I can pull this up. Like the different walls. The Bible will sometimes mention that they came through this gate, or they went through that gate, or they were beside this wall or that wall, or like when Ezra and Nehemiah came and rebuilt the wall, they'll talk about certain sections of the wall that were rebuilt. So it's really neat to be able to visualize that as a student of Scripture. And then again, similar to the Adam and Eve spread, where it helps stories come alive. This is one of my favorite stories in this season, is when God, the Spirit of the Lord leads Ezekiel into the valley of the dry bones and says, speak life over them, and just being able to visualize the skeletons and the death and the utter destruction, and then how the bones come together, ligament to ligament and bone to bone, and a new beginning, a new start. So just a beautiful, beautiful way to picture Bible stories and to make them come alive. Because I don't know about you, but I have a 2-year-old, and her children's Bible has all kinds of pictures, and it really helps her visualize those Bible stories. But then when we grow up and we become adults, we don't get pictures anymore in our books, or in our adult Bibles. So this is just such a great way to visualize and to help drive these Bible stories home in a way that's not kiddish. Like, they're not childish illustrations. These are very true to life. So again, another illustration of the different blankets of Jewish society. And if you're ever confused about Pharisees and Sadducees, the priests, the Essenes and the Zealots, how they intersect as far as their different religious beliefs and groups. Just really, really great information presented in a way that's easy to absorb and understand. So I feel like I could probably spend the rest of my life getting a degree in the Bible, just going through all these scholarly notes. Every book of the Bible has an introduction. I was doing a study on Romans recently, and you can see some of my notes here that I didn't realize the full historical background of Romans, and so just reading through this intro helped me understand that actually the Jews in Rome had been exiled, and so the church in Rome grew and became mostly Gentile, and then the Jews came back to Rome, and so that caused some of the problems that are addressed in the book, and that just made much more sense as I then went into study the book of Romans. So again, just beautiful, beautiful illustrations. And then at the very back then, you have the indexes, you have the feature index. So if you ever want to know, I wonder, if there's a sketch of the temple or of the tabernacle, you can find it here, and in the margins you'll see that too. I wonder if there's something here about the Church of Rome, or about Ruth, or the Good Shepherd. So the different illustrations are here as well. I imagine this would be a great resource for really any Bible teacher, but I think especially youth workers, as you're working with young adults and they're making that transition from children's Bibles to adult study Bibles. I think this would be a great resource to have on hand and be able to show them, to visualize some of the things they're learning. And then there's also a dictionary and a Bible concordance in the back that's really, really rich. I was doing a study on worship, so being able to look up the different references here. And yeah, I do a lot of this online, but sometimes, I don't know about you, but I get easily distracted by Facebook notifications and little flashing lights online. So it's nice to be able to have all of this information in front of me when I sit down to study Bible, and to not even have to go online or get distracted that way. So I really enjoyed just working through the New Living Translation. Again, this is the Illustrated Study Bible for the past couple of months. I will say, because of all the features, it's really hefty. So, as you can see, it's a big Bible, and it's not easy to carry around, so I haven't taken it to church with me very much. It probably weighs about, I don't know, like 7 pounds. So it's heavy and it's big and bulky, but it's also rich in information and resources. So definitely a trade-off there. Overall, I would really recommend this as a study Bible. Again, not if you're looking to do like word study or a close reading of a passage, but rather if you're trying to get a big picture and a better understanding of context and history and timeline and culture, all of that. This would be just a great resource for that. So overall, I'm a big fan of it. Really grateful to Tyndale for sending me a copy to get to review and keep and study and just dig deeper into the Word for myself. So thank you so much for watching this, for joining me for this video review. I'll have links on the website, again, onethingalone.com. You can find the NLT Illustrated Study Bible review. Also have show notes at onethingalone.com/scope. But thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.